climate change is a massively complex issue. It strikes right at the heart of our financial systems. It has to do with inequalities between rich and poor nations, and it is an existential threat. Our existence as a species is tied up with the concept of climate change. It's front and center in the public discourse at the moment, probably to the point where you've got climate fatigue and are bored of this video already. I hope that by the time I'm finished, I would have kindled a small flame of hope in you as we tackle this huge subject. Hi, my name is Brendan Stapleton. I live in Ballito, South Africa. Not that that's relevant because this is a global issue. And the working title of my project is myfootprint.global, with the tagline, consume less, have more. The project will be laser focused on the consumption side of climate change mitigation. We look at a coal-fired power station belching smog into the atmosphere and say, that's the cause of climate change, all that carbon going into the atmosphere. But that's not the whole story, is it? The only reason, the sole reason that power plant is operating is to supply me and you with power. But changing our consumption patterns is hard. Yeah, I've got no illusions about that. But not impossible. The entire marketing industry, a multi-trillion-dollar industry, that's what they do all day. Convince us to consume more of their product, and then more of it again. That's what we're doing. The essence of the solution, well, part solution, of course, the supply side is significant, and yeah, don't hear me discounting that, please. The core of my part of the solution is to do just that, to turn the marketing machinery that has driven this boom in consumption, to turn that mechanism back in on itself and use the same techniques that they use, that marketing use, to increase consumption. We'll use it to decrease consumption. I reckon there are three core pillars to unlocking the issue of why it's so hard to change our consumption patterns. And they relate firstly to the facts, secondly to the motivation to do it, and thirdly to the techniques. And I've phrased these in three questions. So, what do I need to change? Secondly, why do I need to change? Dealing with motivation. And finally, how do I change? The skills I need to carry out those changes necessary. These three will form the three parts of the website that I'm developing. The first one of dealing with the facts. So a systematically, clearly presented set of modules whereby the facts of climate change are investigated and presented in age-appropriate levels, so that it's very accessible. There's no hidden agendas embedded in there trying to sell solar panels or healthcare products or whatever it is. The second part is a series of motivational content where we again systematically deal with what motivates us. Some of us are motivated by fear. I'm afraid of this thing. Others are motivated by wanting to belong. Others by emulating role models, etc. So by leveraging these techniques, we very deliberately focus on what motivates different people in different ways and present that. The third part then of the website, of the learning management system, effectively that's what it is relating to the how question. So that is focusing on skills development, little techniques. See, there's an absolute ton of work to be done here. This is on my heart to do, and I would dearly love to be set aside by the Shuttleworth Foundation to do this in a full-time capacity. Thank you so much.